Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tracy with TR's Tarot Talk 1111. Before we get started, I want to say that this is for the sign of Pisces for the week of June 19th through the 25th. And I channeled a message from the divine for all zodiac signs for what needs to happen during this full moon in Sagittarius energy. And these videos are a little late because literally they have been tearing up my trailer court. The cable company and the gas company have come in and dug trenches all the way, like little snake holes, all the way through the entire trailer court. And I've had disruption in my internet, disruption in my gas, and disruption in my water because somebody hit a water line and they had to shut it off to repair that. So it's been kind of chaotic around here. But I'm going to do your reading now, and I wanted to show you this beautiful wand that I have. I've had it for a while, but I tend to associate my water signs with Lemurians. So Spirit called to me for whatever reason to put this on my table while doing your readings. This is a Lemurian, a red Lemurian quartz crystal. Okay, and if you don't know what Lemurian is, you can Google it because I don't want this video to go past 30 minutes. But there's a little mini Lemurian right here. And then it has a pentacle, okay, which is all about the earth element. No, it's not Satanism. And then we have the triquetra, which is the Celtic knot, the divine. It's as above, so below. No, it's Mother, Father, Spirit. It's Mother, Maiden, Crone, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. All of the Trinities, you know, they all represent divinity. But for whatever reason, and this is handmade, and I've had it for a while, so it's a little tarnished because it is copper. But I love it, and I was called to put it on the table to bring a little Lemurian water energy to the reading. Okay? So I'd like to talk to you for a moment, and if you don't want to hear the channeled message, go ahead and fast forward to when you see the cards turning over, because I really feel that this is an important message. But I'm a double Cancer, and I'm a chatty Cathy, and I talk way too much. But I'm going to do this, and hopefully it will resonate with you, and you'll stick around to hear it. And if it doesn't, then go ahead and fast forward. Okay, so during my meditation, I asked Spirit to show me what all of the zodiac signs, what was a common thread for this full moon in Sagittarius? What do we all need to know about these energies and how to utilize them, and what should we be doing with them? Well, Spirit first showed me the Temperance card, which I thought was kind of cool because Temperance in the major arcana of the tarot does represent the energy of Sagittarius. There are other Sagittarius cards in the deck, but the major is the one that Spirit brought to me. Now, for me as a reader, the Temperance cards represents balance, healing, temperance, divine timing, and alchemy. Okay? It's the angel. Also, for me as a reading, when any of the major arcanas have an angel in it, that to me is sacred. That means that the divine is close and working behind the scenes for whatever it is that you are working on or struggling with. So I think that the new moon, Spirit showed me that the new moon is all about making lists, setting your intentions, and manifesting what it is you would like to see come into your life during the next moon cycle, during the next 30 days, right? So Spirit said that this full moon energy is all about balance and reassessing. So you take a look, and maybe you made a list. I always make a list, but I usually burn mine and send it up to the divine. But if you didn't, maybe you keep a manifestation log or something. And if you did, go back and look at your manifestations. What did you ask for? And were you able to manifest them? Were you able to bring them into the 3D reality? If you weren't, then perhaps it's time to take a look at why. Maybe there's a balance that needs to happen, okay? So I asked Spirit to show me what that would look like. Like, what do I tell you on how to do this? And Spirit showed me, believe it or not, I don't even like shoes. I mean, I've got like 5 pair of shoes that I wear over and over again. But I do have friends that have closets built and designed specifically just for their shoes. Okay? Men and women, believe it or not. So the analogy that Spirit showed me is this person goes to their closet to select a pair of shoes because, you know, it's the summer equinox. It's you know, new times, new friends, new beginnings. You're getting out of the house more. You're out in nature more, and you want something different. So they go to their closet and they go through box after box after box, and they're like, man, this shoe or this box doesn't resonate. It's still got the tags on it. I've never worn them. When I bought them, they were beautiful. I thought they were something I really was going to put to use. And you know, maybe I vibrated and resonated with those shoes at that time, but now not so much. I can't picture myself wearing them or getting any enjoyment or pleasure out of them. So a cleaning needs to happen, right? That person needs to go in and remove anything that no longer vibes with them. You know, if you don't wear red very often, get rid of the red shoes or you know, get rid of what no longer serves you. It's time for a purging, for a cleansing. So, you know, you need to go in and donate or sell or give away these shoes, these boxes that are cluttering your closet. Why? Because now you resonate in a different vibration and you need to go shopping for something that you're going to actually put on your feet and wear. I know that's a weird analogy, but that's the way Spirit channeled it to me. So in order to have something that you're trying to manifest, you may need to create space for it. Maybe your closet, maybe your soul, maybe your life is too cluttered with people, places, or things that no longer jive with you, and they need to be gently released and let go of, purged, excised, okay? Another analogy that was showed to me is the ocean. I was showed a large body of water. Don't know if it was the lake or the ocean, but it was a big body of water. And Spirit showed me somebody taking a cup or a bucket and removing water from this large body of water. And immediately, water seeks to level off and balance, right? Once again, this is an analogy Spirit's bringing me of balancing, okay? And removing something to bring about the balance. Another thing that I got from that is, it doesn't matter how many buckets of water you remove from that large body of water, you're never going to leave holes of dryness behind. Because that's not the way energy works. Energy seeks to level itself off. It will attract other energy that vibrates at the same exact rate. Okay? It's not that way with everything. Not that way with everything. But with emotions and spirituality and... I'm sorry. Sometimes I get deceased people that come through and they trip me up when I'm trying to tell a story here. Okay, so I've got a mother here. Her name is Joan, Joanna, something of that. I don't know if this is the same message I channeled before or not, but I need to let you know. She wants me to let you know that everything is okay. Whatever it is you're stressing over, it's not going to affect the outcome. You need to go back within yourself and reassure your inner child that everything is safe. Somebody feels unsafe. Somebody feels persecuted or literally like they're in danger. Sometimes, even if we're not in danger, we get stuck in that fight or flight. I'm seeing 9 of Swords, that sleepless nights, anxiety, nightmares, just really, really up in their feels. And your mother is here to tell you that everything's going to be okay. You need to just breathe through this, okay? I'm sorry for the interruption, guys. I know that's a personal message for only one of you, and I hate to take up your time doing it, but I'm going to get on now. So the lesson with the whole water analogy is, in order to find your balance, you need to get rid of anything, whether it's a toxic marriage, toxic relationship, toxic friendship, toxic job, toxic environment, whatever no longer vibrates at the same rate of vibration as you do. Okay, it's time to let that go so that you can create space for what it is you're trying to manifest. So the full moon is all about reassessing your manifestations. What did you bring in and what were you unable to, and where in your journey do you need to make space or create space for things to come in that will resonate with where you are now, in the now, on your journey. Okay? So another, I know, another analogy. I got 3 of them, guys. The third one is, Spirit showed me 2 small children who are just learning how to ride a bicycle. And child number 1 is filled with self-confidence and assuredness, and they just get it. I'm sorry. I got to send this spirit away. Thank you. We honor you. And I gave your message. It's time to go. Okay? Thank you. Okay, so child number 1 is just, they're just so filled with self-assuredness and the knowledge that they can do anything. It's just beautiful. It's a child that is confident, right? A go-getter, a trendsetter, a I can do anything kind of kid. The second child has been through situations that has allowed them to choose victim over victor. And we all have that choice. Every time we are faced with a dilemma, or faced with a challenge, or faced with being let down, or falling off of something, skinning up your knee, skinning up your elbow, at that moment, there are 2 personality types. There's one that's going to get right back up and get on that bike and take off. And there's the one that's just not ever going to be able to do that until they find it within themselves to get that courage and to push past their fears and their doubts and their feelings of inequality. Okay? So the child number 1, I literally saw a set of parents putting a child on a bike and reassuring them, you're going to do this. It's great. We know you can do it. We have so much faith in you. Just pedal, pedal, pedal. And they give them a push and say, pedal, pedal. This child starts pedaling and they're balancing and off they go. Man, they just took off like it was nothing. Mastered that skill on the first try. And the parents are there going, yay, I'm so proud of you. I knew you could do it. You're such a big boy, big girl. You can do it. Then there was child number 2, The parents are trying to quell their fears. They're like, honey, really, you're going to be fine. It's okay. They geared him up. They put a helmet on him and elbow pads and knee pads. And they're like, overprotective. They're like, yeah, we really want you to be able to do this without harm. Well, when you do that, sometimes the parents instill a little fear in you, because when you gear them all up, it's telling them you need protection, okay? So, and I'm channeling this totally different this time than any of the other signs. So I feel for you, Pisces, for you need to, maybe your parents were helicopter parents. Maybe they were overprotective. Maybe they always cushioned you or protected you and never instilled in you the confidence that you needed in order to ride that bike without fear. Perhaps they had fears and they projected those fears onto you. I don't know, that's just something that's coming through. It might resonate with somebody out there, but I didn't get that message for any of the other zodiacs. So there might be something there for somebody who's watching. If your parents always projected their fears on you and their disappointments and their lack, perhaps it's time for you to just heal that shit, okay? Because that's their stuff, not yours. That's what you call... That's family karma. That's ancestral karma. You know, when when a fear or an addiction or a toxicity is passed down generation after generation after generation. And Pisces, I'm hearing for some of you, you really need to work on your inner child because your parents let you down. Not intentionally, they loved you devotionally. But for whatever reason, their fears were projected onto you and it limited your potential. Wow. Okay. Sorry, but that's the way it's coming through for someone. Okay, but the original message was just it was just A or B, you know, it was confident child versus unconfident child. All right, so the second child gets put on the bicycle and they're trying to pedal, but it's a little staccato and it's, you know, just not flowing, and boom, down they go. And the original message, the child didn't have any knee pads or a helmet or elbow pads. So that was a specific message for someone. This child that I originally channeled didn't have any of that protection. They were just given a push, and the parents, you know, yay, you can do it. We know you can do it. It was the same exact scenario, same energetic push from Mother, Father, God, right? But this child, for whatever reason, from whatever things that it happened in their past, they didn't feel confident, so they weren't able to quite get the wheels and the flow and the balance they needed to get on their life's path. All right, so this full moon in Sagittarius is a pre-moon to the July eclipse season. All right, so if you have any Cancer in your chart, you need to, you know, do your chart at it's astrocafe.com. I'm not affiliated. It's just a free site to do a free chart. All you'll need is your city of birth, time of birth, birth date. Okay? If you have those three things, you can find out everything you need to know about where the planets were at the moment you were born. Okay? So anyhow, that's what I channeled from Spirit. They're telling me that the full moon is an opportunity. It's your last opportunity before eclipse season, which is July 2nd, starts it. And it goes all the way through. I didn't look, but it goes for a while. So eclipse season is all about getting rid of. It's when the divine steps in and says, okay, so you're struggling. We see you struggling with your ability to heal and put in the past something that is toxic or no longer serves you. You no longer vibrate at the same rate as that person, place, thing, or situation. So divine will step in because you have free will, but you also have a divine path. Okay, so the only time you really don't have free will is when your divine path is being hindered. So in order to not be hindered on your divine path, divine will come in, and during eclipse season, you might have some tower moments. Some people might pass away. Some people might lose a job, go through a divorce, have a falling out with friends that they've had forever, but just, you know, lately there's just been no harmony or peace in the situation. That's what the eclipse season does, okay? Phew, so that has been your channeled messages. In Pisces, I'm here to tell you, man, there is a mother figure. I don't know if I got the name right. It begins with a J. A J-O. I don't know if it's Joe, Joanne. I don't know. But it begins with a J-O. But I've got a mother here who is really, really coming through to give you a message. A message that you are safe and you deserve love. You deserve to push forward on your path. Whatever it is that your heart desires is what you deserve to have. And your mother wants you to know that it is divinely blessed. And if you've been struggling with this choice, know that you are divinely guided in the right direction if you just listen to your inner voice and quell the negative voice, because we all have the good voice and the bad voice, the higher self and the ego. Okay, so ask yourself, are you happy where you're at? Are you happy with what you're doing? Are you happy with what you've accomplished? And do you feel a need for change? And if you do, then go deep within you and figure out what would bring you the most joy, the most stability, and the best and highest path for your future. Okay? Because your mom's saying, you can do this. You can totally do this. And she's also apologizing for some kind of a letdown that happened in childhood. Okay? I don't know. I feel like maybe there was a separation or an abandonment, or maybe somebody abandoned her and she relied too heavily on you to be to fill the void. Okay, I don't know, but I'm bringing that for somebody. I hope it resonates. Let's get on your reading. We have, your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Okay, a practical plan. So if you find yourself sitting around thinking, I call it stinking thinking. If you find yourself sitting around thinking, thinking thoughts, you need to sit down and design a plan of action. Don't just allow your thoughts to trap. I'm seeing the Eight of Swords around you. It's like being trapped in your own thoughts, your own limits you have placed on yourself. Nobody else has placed them on you. But I feel like you're not real sure about how to implement a plan in order to make your dreams a reality. And no, I'm going to tell you honestly, it's okay. It really is, because if you can't do it, the eclipse season will do it for you. So either way, you're going to get on your life's plan, your destined path. Okay, but this really, it will not be as gentle as it'll be twice as loving, but it won't be as gentle as if you were able to make the plan and execute it yourself. Okay? King of Pentacles. Okay? So I feel like this is your energy, Pisces. I know you're a water sign, but for whoever this resonates with, and you know that general reading won't resonate with everybody, but whoever resonates with this, whatever's happened in your life has taken the emotions. You have closed off your heart chakra, and you have allowed yourself to become this King of Pentacles. Because you weren't able to love fully or open that heart chakra up because of fears, anxiety. Oh, some of you are that second child, okay? The ones that were fearful to get on their life's path because of the fear of being hurt, the fear of feeling and experiencing pain again, okay? So what you've done is you've closed off your heart chakra and you've concentrated on your abundance. You've concentrated on family, money, work, stability. I see you out like working on physicality, you know, like working on cars, working on your garden, raising your children, just anything 3D in your 3D space. It's like you're sitting here on this throne, you have everything you want except for love, is what I'm hearing. Ooh, I like that card. Here, let me show you that. That is the Chariot. And this represents Cancer. So you Pisces, you might have a Cancer in your life. If not, this is fast. This is victoriously taking the reins, okay? No longer allowing life to place you where it wants you to be, or where, no longer allowing your limitations to keep you in a place that no longer resonates with you. This Chariot is about you taking control of the reins. You are possibly balancing, because it is the balancing moon, right? That's what Spirit said. So perhaps this is you balancing your inner masculine and feminine energies. But see this, I'm being drawn to this. I don't know why, but I feel like Spirit's telling you, you have to have a heart with wings, and you've closed off and locked your heart. But there's somebody out there that has the key. Somebody, and I feel like you know this person. You know who has the key to your heart. But for whatever reason, these sphinxes are not on their feet. They're not moving. They're sitting stubborn. So I'm hearing stubborn. Like the feminines being stubborn. The masculines being stubborn. Nope, I'm not getting up and I'm not going anywhere until I get the right key. I'm tired of having my heart being locked away without being able to have a heart with wings, you know, unburdening myself from all of the things that no longer serve me. So these sphinxes, you know, this is supposed to be a victory card, but I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing whoever you are dealing with, Pisces, you guys, look, you're not even looking at each other. You're not communicating fully. You're not on your feet ready to move. You are sitting and you're both being stubborn. And it's another thing here. I'm seeing this bull, okay? The bull represents Taurus. Tauruses can be very headstrong, very stubborn. So in order to have victory, you're going to have to figure out how to get these sphinxes on their feet and moving. And you're going to have to take control. And in order to get these sphinxes to get up and move you toward a victory, you're going to have to figure out who has the key to your heart. Because that's who you're meant to be with. And until you're ready to move toward that person, these sphinxes ain't going anywhere. Because that's what the divine is bringing to me for you as a message. Is you have all the tools. You have everything you need. You're in your cart. You're ready to go. The only thing is you're not willing to move toward the key. It's like you're trying to move toward something else. And Spirit's saying, no, it's not going to happen. Because it's locked. You know, your sphinxes, which are usually horses or something, you know, they're not going anywhere because the key is missing. And here, look at this guy's got this breastplate right over his chest. So his heart chakra is completely closed off. He's not allowing any love in. He's not allowing the key to open up so that his heart can have wings. And I say his, I don't know why, but I feel like it's a masculine energy. Doesn't have to be, because tarot is not gender specific. It's energy, and energy is free flowing, right? So don't take it as a he, but that's the way I'm feeling the energy, is that there is a masculine who has got his heart chakra completely closed off and guarded. And these sphinxes, stubborn, stubborn, stubborn. Nobody's moving until you decide to move in the right direction. Yep, towards your wish fulfillment. There you go. And you have to be vulnerable. See, this is the Angel of Temperance. This is pre-Angel of Temperance. This is her before she's earned her wings. And in order to get your wings, you have to come before yourself and God vulnerable. You have to be willing to remove this armor and show up vulnerable. Because once you do that, look at alchemy's happening here. As on water, or 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land. okay? It's funny because I just heard, perhaps the person you're dealing with, I go by Venus signs for whatever reason, for romance, but not always. It doesn't matter what it is. But I feel a water sign, water with water, water with earth. Okay, so the main sign could be another water sign that has earth in their Venus. And here could be you, Pisces, with water as your sun sign and water as your Venus. Okay, but in order to come together with your person or your ideal job or your ideal situation, I'm really feeling romance here. I don't know why. But in order to come together, you have to take off your armor. You have to be willing to be vulnerable. And you have to allow the alchemy, divine timing to come into play. This is your wish fulfillment. And I see Aquarius here too. So there could be some Aquarius in your chart. Because we have, you know, several different signs in different aspects of our chart. So you might be dealing with earth, fire, or I'm sorry, earth, water, and air. But this is something you wished for, Pisces. You wished for this. Okay? All right, we got to get going because my camera's going to shut off. Grieve your losses. I feel like, you know, your mother come through or somebody's mother come through. You might have some healing to do around losing a mother figure. Then you have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. It's time for you to reach out and let this you can't move if you're not willing to get up. The things, you guys are stubborn. You're not even looking at each other. Then we have very soon. Oh, yeah. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. That's that manifestation. Look at that. They're so in love. Don't you want that in your life? Very soon. Then we have you are adored. Don't be fooled by the players.